Oh yeah, it is a little bit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bamcast podcast. The Bamcast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boomdraw Physics for the intro song. Thank you Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence, which you guys would have just seen if you're watching, you know what I'm saying?
Which you should be.
Yeah, but to be fair, like we've been missing for like 2 weeks, but I'm sorry. Life. Anyway, welcome back to the Bamcast podcast. I mean, we needed a break, guys. Welcome back to the Bamcast podcast. If you guys want to support, you can go to californiaapparel.com. Use promo code BAM20 and you will get 20% off anything you've ordered. Know what I'm saying? Anyone else that wants to advertise here, there are a few people. You know what we're talking right here. Blanker. Come on. We love you guys. Shout out to the Jamaican Podcast Network and all the shows such as Earning Season, Penny Section, Nets Chats, Ourselves, and a lot more coming soon. You know that we're killing out content, right? Here with me tonight is the faithful co-host, as always, Bobby B.
I'm using ice.
Okay, so Bobby B chose to eat ice when he knew his introduction was coming. Wow. And I don't know what Nikolai just dropped, but here
Nikolai just shelled the whole vape.
Here is
give me a second, guys.
And yeah, so the bros are with us tonight.
Off to a good start.
Yeah, a fantastic start. The bros are with us tonight, guys.
Here am I.
Here am I.
Yeah, give me a second.
He spake unto the Lord.
Yeah, so hi guys. My vape just fell.
Here am I.
So
your vape fell and everything flew out.
Like because it's actually made like that because it doesn't actually mash up. So it just
I didn't know.
Remember like them old time phone that were just used to like fly apart? That was actually because
I had a Nokia 3310. Yes.
You see, our phones actually crack now because they can't fly apart like they used to. So the pressure just
can't disperse the internal pressure.
There we go.
Get out of my brain, bitch.
What you? I started the sentence.
You see, but the shitty part is I don't know which one is like the flat part.
I started the sentence.
Like, which one is the
Nikolai's having a genuine problem.
Which one is
He's just like, shut up. Shut up.
We're over
I
here.
have a point.
We have a point. I started the sentence, you bastard.
Whatever.
You were in my brain. Nikolai's over here doing. Yo, this is an
surgery
amazing
on the
vape. You know, guys, I think this is a real good example of what kind of pod it is tonight.
Probably.
You know what I mean? I'm not interviewing Bob.
Claire.
I'm not interviewing Bob. I'm not interviewing Nikolai. It's a par. Compare along with us, guys. It's
Why'd you close the windows, dog?
Because we pick up the tank.
Oh fuck.
The tank.
So in what is it? Hopes that our audience has real nice audio.
Yeah.
We burn up for our.
Yeah, for real, because I can low key hear it.
Yeah. You don't even have on the supersonic here.
Right. Like the mic will pick it up, I'm sure. Yeah.
That's why I always
didn't pull the blinds.
Yeah, you know, fix that.
I love what everybody just
looked around and went, "Oh shit!"
Okay, so let me just
moving on.
Do it quickly.
No.
All right, I was gonna go do
It's the
it.
beauty of a pod.
Just leave it, dog.
No, we'll just do it, dog. I think the flash, the glare of the lights and stuff, and yes, we have studio lighting, everyone. Don't be surprised. Were you surprised?
Our producer,
not naturally this.
Our chief engineer is doing his job.
I just pulled down the blinds. It wasn't that
chief
big.
Engineer.
I didn't even pull it down all the fucking way.
Were we supposed to spin?
Just say thank you and
were
move
we
on.
supposed to spin the
Doesn't
camera thing so we can actually see?
Doesn't matter. Plug and play.
Oh, okay.
Plug and play. You Gucci.
We're just wigging it tonight, guys.
No, you plug and play that camera.
That light that you turn off. Like good?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Me and Nikolai are dark.
Yeah.
Those are white lights. A nice yellow light gives us a bit of hue.
Why you want hue? Burn up.
Point taken. Point taken.
All right.
So guys, as you can tell, right, you're partnered with three bros tonight. I have a bunch of random stuff on the docket. None of them flow into the other.
Can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
I did this in setup, right? And I'm hoping that at some point through organic means, we come upon a situation where a woman being placed upon your head is poignant. It's poignant.
Now we have to.
No. It will happen organically, but
organically.
Watch.
How's life with your wife and daughter?
We're good.
Nikolai, how's life? I saw Sam tweet something the other day, and I was in my cynical mind. Women don't really tweet appreciation for men ever, unless like you've done something like wicked, right? Like unless like you've done something great. Otherwise, man is trash niggas and shit.
Even then, they still have to like underhand you somehow.
And she didn't, and she was like, "Yo, shout out to my baby daddy."
No, she fully did.
When did she? When what?
Even though you're now annoying me 10,000 times or times 1,000 or something like that.
Oh, that's like cute. That's a cute shit that
it
women
was
always
still like a little underhand.
Women
though.
can't compliment you like full on.
She's still at
Women will never compliment you full on, or otherwise, at least
but
Jamaican women.
Though, Sam.
Otherwise,
Honestly,
them gonna be like,
cute.
"Oh, me a clown, whatever." But yeah, no, it was adorable. What did you do to get big ups? How many diapers have you changed?
I feel like, well, I mean, I went to the house the other day to drop off
Just
some
a
stuff,
father,
and
bro.
then
You say you're just a good father.
I kind of watched
father, bro.
Bob in action, and honestly, I'm impressed.
Bob's way more comfortable with the kid than Sam.
I'm not gonna say that, yo.
Listen, I've been around 5. I have 5
right,
younger
he has 5
siblings.
little brothers. So I mean,
No, 4 little brothers and a younger sister. So I've been around babies my
okay,
whole like. Micah is 4 years different from me,
right.
and
Yeah,
Miles is 4 now.
Miles was born like from I didn't know Bob like.
Yeah, like you way more comfortable with.
So
I've been around babe.
with
So
the
like
baby.
I won't say like I used to change them diapers or like take care of them, like, and I never babysit or nothing. But
Right.
just being around through osmosis, I pick up some knowledge.
All right.
Osmosis through school.
Well, yeah, I mean, like he basically just fell into it, and then he was like checking up on her. Like Sam basically doesn't have to do anything, or didn't in that moment when I was there for like an hour or so. Like she
It's
didn't
like-
really get up.
I'm
once.
sure
other
Sam
day-
is a fantastic mom who does amazing
no,
things.
the
as
No,
other-
it's
well.
like she didn't have
Yeah,
to get up
the
because
other
Bob was
day
just
she-
like
She tell
An
me,
attentive father.
right.
She tell me like thank you for doing something for the baby. I'm like, it's mine.
Yeah,
It is also mine. Like
it's like did you
the
forget?
responsibility is
I
shared.
was
like,
there as well.
Let's
No,
up,
but
like,
that's
shout
not a-
out, but like I have.
But bad
It's
man,
mine.
that's not a thing that enough man pre.
No, but
Like,
that's
for
the
example-
thing. Yeah,
just
For example, like
just
if-
a disclaimer for maybe first time listeners, maybe last time listeners. I will equally rag on the men like I rag on the women. People just fun for make fun of. People shit. People
So,
ain't shit.
Like example, if you buy a pack of diapers, it's like, oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's mine.
It's like what?
It's mine. Like,
I mean, no, I understand that, but at the same time, what is she going to say? Just give me this.
no, but like
It's.
Here.
I think it's just automatic. Maybe.
it's not like
Manners.
buying the stuff. It's
Yeah, I think it's
literally
just
just
manners.
doing father things. Like if I changed the baby, or if I got the other night I got the baby ready while she was getting ready. I'm like, and she told me thanks. I was like, it's mine. Like we all have to be ready. Like if you're doing something,
I understand that. But I think maybe she felt like it was her responsibility to
No,
do,
'cause-
and then
and I guess, like,
because you stepped in, she's like, "Thank you
socially,
for
the
just covering it."
fathers in
While
this country don't really do much child rearing per se.
yeah, you could probably say that.
They're the disciplinarians and the providers generally, and the mothers do the actual rearing of the child
Yeah, for real.
and the helpers. Big up all the helpers.
Yo,
who
big
raise
up
what-
all
what-
the
what-
these kids
helpers.
out there.
What was that thing when it come to when we're in university and we're all like mad at our fathers and whatever. Jamaican fathers, if them did it, they're providers,
Providers, yeah.
not necessarily fathers.
Not nurturers, but providers.
The mothers are the nurturers generally. But that's just how it is. I assume that's how it is majority of the globe.
Probably.
But I mean, I feel like there are those cases though where the fathers are pretty active in people's lives, and it's more often than not within an uptown setting, I would say. But then there are those
More and more
one-off cases where
more and more I
single
think about
moms-
it is the more and more Ahmed. I really like Bob's idea of like not necessarily in the bushes of a compound away, but like you live in for example, a cul-de-sac or whatever, and like majority of the houses on the cul-de-sac are like people that you know, and like even if you have kids or whatever, or like your kid in the area is fucking around,
Listen
it's
to that
like
story about that.
everybody can chip in. That's how
The
it was.
village raising the child.
That's how it was when
How it
yeah.
used
I used
to
to
be
love
back in
that.
the day.
That's how it was when I was in Allardyce for a while. Like
Yeah.
if parents weren't like them never reach home or whatever, go for Matty yard, go pirate auntie or whatever. And it was like a cul-de-sac vibe. But no one really does that no more, do it?
Back when I used to live in Jackson and I was younger, we used to have a nice, because I've always lived on dead ends.
Burn up the informer neighbor them though, dog. Sometimes when you just see man a beat stone and stick and shut up, you know what I mean?
But yeah, I've always lived on a dead end my entire life. So when I lived in Jackson,
always lived on a dead end.
As in the road is just closed. There's no thoroughfare kind of way. Look at where I live now.
And
then look at
you mark it?
Yeah, just mark it to
look
bleep
at
out
Hope
where
Road.
Nikolai lives. Although I feel like most of the people that pre this podcast know where Nikolai lives.
Doesn't
matter.
mean we need to publicize it.
So yeah.
Oh, sorry, Michael.
Some have a little one too, you know.
Brother,
Yeah, that's funny.
I am convinced just based on like how much her nose and her face, right, her chin and thing look like Sam. She can have a lisp and she can have a tough
No,
life.
she have the thing, whatever that thing is under your tongue.
the bird lip thing.
No, the little thing under your tongue.
Yeah.
That little piece or whatever that holds it down.
Can you imagine?
Hers is a little shorter than normal. So
Can you imagine if just a list is like,
Bruh, if she
My name is
ha-
Mackenzie.
if she
yeah,
has
if I lisp in her name, like that can't happen, dog.
Brother, can I tell you, Bob is going between Bob and
I gotta
myself.
fuck with her so much.
Oh my god,
she
between Bob and
she gonna get a
myself.
complex.
No, she not. By the time she reach like high school and them thing, then nobody can make no joke that she ain't heard because I gonna get creative.
yo, I'm going to be that uncle. He's like, yo, Uncle Nico, Daddy, and Uncle Bob making fun of me. I was like, it's okay.
Well, what happened to you,
It's
Mackenzie?
fine.
Like what Mackenzie?
It's just like, give me a just take a step on my room, don't worry.
No,
Don't
Let's
give
take
the
a
child
little
rum.
swig.
no.
Although, you know, my uncle told my brothers,
I'm
rum good for you because when you put the worm in the rum, it kill the worm. So if you drink the rum, it kill the worms inside of you.
wow.
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna be that uncle that picks up
Is that
Mackenzie
like-
from Max Camp.
Is it?
like-
No, that's fully a logical progression.
No, I know what I was about to say, right? I was about to say.
It's logic,
Is
but
we know that sound wild, and we can agree
But
that
does
sound
the
wild.
alcohol actually
But-
kill the worm?
let me tell you why
if
the worm
we are
dies.
writing on a board and we are simply doing math, that was a logical progression
One
of
equal 2, yes.
All right, but let's think about it logically.
Yes, 1 + 1 equal, what do you mean?
If the worm was trapped in water, it would have still fucking dead
You don't know
because it drowned.
that. You
how
don't
much
know
percentage of your body is water?
Dog, it's still
You don't know
drowned.
that.
No, as in it's not living in water. It's like living within the.
The flesh.
It's in
The
your
flesh
no,
and
it's
shit,
in
whatever.
your
So
it's in
we-
the lumen of your intestines.
And we're
Yeah, so it's
and we're
like
gonna
there's-
soak that motherfucker with rum.
yeah, it's not like drowning it or anything.
Drunk it
bro.
off.
Nothing about burn up that dog.
Yo, I've gotten to a point where I've honestly felt like my intestines were filled with rum. Like my
Were you
entire
just fat?
stomach was just like rum for a day. No, I went to like Jamaican. It was literally I woke up the Tuesday after. And a Rockabessa weekend. After that weekend, I got him. I was like,
I was going to ask, what does that feel like? But I understand when you
what
said a Rockabessa
do you
weekend. Yeah.
mean? I was like, I got up the
I'm
Tuesday
all rum.
afterwards, and I was like, yo, did that just happen? Did those 4 days literally just happen?
I don't even want to tell that story because it's like it's
The raw
it's-
chicken story.
If it,
That's fine. No, we can tell. We've told
the raw
about
chicken
4 times.
story.
The raw chicken story is fine. It's there. You guys can go back. But I don't want to tell the story of just
the after effect.
no
How much
the
rum was had that weekend?
consumption.
Oh,
Between
because-
y'all, nigga.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not a drinker.
We
so
bought
you're not
3
in this.
bags of ice twice per day.
Every fucking
Every day.
You don't know how
schedule.
expensive ice is, dog.
Dog.
I think,
that
no,
was
you
a-
know, I
that
think
was
my
a
favorite
Grand
rum
Prix trip.
story is the 3-liter bottle of white rum.
Oh,
When I got to the place the day after y'all niggas got there,
Oh,
it
to
was
at Breeze.
it was half and poured out in a pitcher, and then
Yeah.
I was pouring drinks from a pitcher. of
because we
white
were
rum.
so afraid to tilt the big bottle of white
Yeah,
rum,
it
so we
felt-
just poured it out in a pitcher and was
Bob
like,
bought
you
us
know, the
three-
Kool-Aid pitcher them.
Bob bought us 3 liters of rum, and it just felt like a decadent amount of rum to be pouring, and I like
There's
just
so
just
much rum.
just,
It was
just
Bob's
pouring.
rum, John.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh
bad.
no,
No,
I
he
sold
bought
it
it
to y'all,
for he
nigga.
bought it for us, like for it to go.
From here, nigga.
So
Got to.
we put it in some of it in a pitcher, right, and just so it felt less gluttonous pouring it out.
Was that
And then,
why?
oh yeah, and then like I think it was the last night or second to last night. I don't remember what happened, but basically everyone just decided, yo, we're going to do a mad one, and we did mash it.
that
we did
was-
mash
oh, shit.
all the rest of the rum.
That was the night we played Twister.
Bro, there was this one video of like Nikolai dancing with the bottle of rum in his hand like this, and he was rocking back
Like
and
literally
forward,
just like trying to.
rocking it out into the jug.
I was trying to get the rum out.
Yeah.
slash dancing at the same time.
Yeah.
But that night was wild. Dog. Like
Yo.
Martin was on him neck side.
I won.
Not him head top.
I won Twister
Neck
though, didn't I?
side.
I won
The man
Twister
with
though, didn't
Twister
I?
though. Yeah, dog.
I won Twister.
The man was
For
like,
that.
yo, pass me that. I was like, what? The rum. The man pass the man glass.
Yeah, I sit that shit upside down and went, thank you, bro. And went back to playing Twister. And I won. But like, no, we did a mad thing that night, dog.
It's so funny. We
Yeah.
were supposed to actually make a video from all those pictures.
Nah,
There's some on my computer.
I had enough to know. Little that posted to Instagram, that was enough.
Yeah.
Oh, can we
We call
tell
it
the-
Real World St. Mary.
Can we tell the story of how we
That
couldn't
was
fight,
great.
of how like no one was allowed to talk to you, and like I became your emissary?
Oh, because
Yo, Bob was, you see me, locked up
Bob
in the
was
room
missing.
on a mission.
I only saw Bob to cook. Like Bob was
To cook
just
and eat
Bob
because
came out
Bob
to
was
cook
on
and
a
eat,
mission
hit bowls, and then he went back in his room.
because he was in his room. Mission
just
with
it.
a lovely mission. Anyway, Bob's on a
So he's
mission.
in the room the entire
And yo,
weekend.
I remember like it became
Literally.
yo for the bros, we didn't give a shit. But for the Barrettes that were there,
The other
they
girls.
didn't exactly.
Yeah, they were kind of upset.
Yeah. So
To put things like
put things like so it just became like if anything wanted to be said, it had to be like, yo, go do this, go say that.
it's like, yo, go tell Bob say.
You see, you always said the man head rocking.
that was literally how it went.
It was real, and it was like, all right, cool. And you know, I remember one time Nikolai and I were sitting at the end of the table, right? Both of us, of course, were in the process of drinking 3 liters of rum, white rum.
We had to buy another one, didn't we?
No.
Not a 3 liters, but another one.
Not for that. We were drunk, all right, partying. We were watching some shit on YouTube that I was watching, and we were both like kind of stoned.
Yes.
And we're just chilling, and like
Yes. I remember that.
and them cut the corner, and flick on the light, and it was just like, gunman, boom, 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 boom. You need for boom, 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 boom. I need for boom, 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 boom. And then walk off, and I remember looking at Nikolai and going,
What?
yo, what them just said? And Nikolai was just like,
Dog, I was
and we
fresh out
just,
of my mind.
bro, we just slouched further.
Remember
into
the
chair.
Hennessy bong?
And oh god, bro, long live the
The
Henny
Hennessy
bong.
bong.
Oh, dog, there's something there. The VSOP bottle, right?
Yeah.
Was it the V-Sub or the... Oh,
No,
was
it was a long neck Henny
The
bottle.
long neck one.
It was a Henny... No, man. Yes, it was.
It
You're
was
right.
a long neck. It was
that
mine.
took like a whole like a 1 liter bottle to fill up,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
but it
man.
was worth it.
You remember when we had the bong made out of like the plastic water bottle?
Which one of the times?
Yeah,
You
no,
want to say
right?
which one exactly? Remember those days, the
Dog,
struggle bong?
Right,
Yeah.
the struggle bongs. Yo, I remember one time I went to
It
Nassau.
used to be a hard thing to just get high for fun, you know.
I went to my
Shit.
I went to my grandma's house in Nassau.
Man was
and-
trying to smoke little weed, bro, and like, you see me. The reason,
Dog,
because
as long as we're not hot knifing it, bro.
Ew, because I know listeners are saying like, yo, so why don't just smoke a spliff? Because dog, I'm in the yard and my mother's upstairs,
Exactly.
and I can't just
You
burn a
need something
spliff.
to just push
I
out the
need-
window.
I need something for just hit like and blow it out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like fan out the room
Fan
and
it
them
out.
thing. The dog, me uptown, me now walk on the ends like Uno. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
man.
Unless it was the weekend when big up Brenton with par.
Yeah,
Except for that one weekend.
You see,
got
if
caught.
we leave
Tell
our
you that story.
houses,
It's not like
our
when-
mother's going to be like, "Why are you leaving?"
Why
It's
you
not
leaving the
like in-
house?
like in
and why
Where
are
you
you not
going?
driving?
What you
Yeah,
doing?
Martin is lucky. I live around the corner, so you know much time Martin come at my house.
"Quote unquote." Go to Bob. Dog, that was the excuse.
Where you going? I'm just going by
I was
Bob.
going by
when
Bob,
when
yeah.
Martin came to my house, literally he'd come in for 5 seconds, or he'd just be like, "Yo, I'm outside."
I'd come pick
I
you
say,
up.
"Yo, let's go do something."
I'd come pick
So
you
I'm
up.
like, I'm going to the gas station with my.
Always. We would go to that
It
goddamn gas
was
station
always
so
I'd
much.
come back with nothing.
Yo, come back with nothing, stinking. because it's not like
Smoking in the car.
Because we don't like we're outside, right? Because you can't be outside because what if somebody pass by and tell your mother? Cause we young.
yep.
So you sit down in the car and you wind up the fucking window there, and you light up
I
your
remember
hair.
one time we literally just parked down the road from my house.
Brother, I remember one time, like, all right, you know when you pick
In
up
the
Nikolai,
cul-de-sac.
but you know when you pick up Nikolai, and like you drive, you can go towards the NM road or there's a left turn. We just took the fucking left turn. He said left her down park. And Nick Nikolai was like, yo, you have ice? And I leaned back and took up a cooler. 3 hours were spent in that car, parring.
3 hours.
3 hours.
At the gas station.
At the gas station. Just parring. Like,
And then at one point, the moment came, she's like, wow, that took long. I said, oh yeah, we did stop at Bob's. Or we did stop at somewhere.
We stopped at Adam at the time.
Oh yeah, we did stop at Adam.
Yeah. There's so many places.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Everybody name used to get fling around.
Brother, what?
Shit. I remember the times I used to actually go to Face Your House every striking day.
No, but we actually went to Faces.
No, man, it was a pool. The pool
bars.
days.
Yeah, we actually went to the pool party.
No, we did. But
And the pool parties would be like obnoxious because
no, but it literally was like at 7 o'clock. I'm like,
No, but that's
okay.
it. But
My
that's
auntie
it.
was like, Faces, yeah.
the pool parties,
It was that bad.
bro. The pool parties would be obnoxious, man, because we would go there. All right, on a weekday you come after you're done like school or whatever you do, because this was university time. But like all on like a Sunday, dog, a man
Afternoon.
brother, a man link you at like 1 o'clock and go on the depot and the party start at 1 and continue until
Till like
4 a.m.
Dog,
if you were
UV
there.
days were like, I was just thinking about this yesterday. I said college days were the best because
Ever.
you could just say, oh, fuck it, I'm not going to class. You
Ever.
basically just had a free day.
And we can say this now, being that we're done.
And then
But,
there's a few guys who just weren't in
You
school at
use
the time.
we loosely.
We can.
We can.
Well,
I didn't realize that.
You
I'm
use
sorry.
we loosely,
But
yeah.
anyway, it's gone.
Masters,
we're not doing that
going
shit
back
anymore.
to school, our blood clot.
No. But I remember, right? I remember. I had a exam, and it was I personally, I've always gotten test anxiety. I used to go in the ring and fight people, and that'd just be cool. It'd be the funniest thing ever. Exams where like you tested my intelligence freaked me out. I don't know why.
I hate exams.
I fucking hate them.
I always
So
feel like I
always
just
had test
don't.
anxiety, right? I remember there's this one exam at UWE where it was my dissertation, and I was up for 72 hours. Did it, passed it, got a B plus. I
Oh,
think
you
I
have
was
to
like,
defend your dissertation?
yeah, I was like mad.
That's nerve-wracking.
Oh,
dog.
fucking horrific. Left the room, took up my phone to call my girlfriend at the time to literally say, babe, can I come over? Let's park, cook, whatever. And Facey messaged me. Yo, dog. Want
the
par?
That was it for the day.
Like,
Brother,
babe,
that was for the next 2 hours, bro.
like, babe, I'll see you later.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't send that message. I was just like, yo, my
you're
certs.
about to send a
I was
message.
about to, and I was like, never mind. I'm gonna go party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Looking back at it, worth it.
Okay, so
Big par.
let's dissect it for the viewers who don't know otherwise, because this kind of sound gay from the outside. So we're just
You
talking
don't-
about going
you
to a
don't-
Bridging Yard
Yeah,
to
but
par
you-
and stay 6 hours.
Yeah, but you don't go
But-
to a Virgin Yard and like par there with him. It's like you go to the Virgin Yard to par, and if
Conveniently smoke.
It's a meeting spot.
no, there were a core 5.
Yeah.
Right, and I can name off the 5. Sorry, there's the bro whose house we're at.
Mm-hmm.
There's Timmy, Bob, Yared, Nico, Martin. That
And
core
Todd.
5.
Todd was there like more often.
I
than
said
not.
core 5.
Sorry.
Right?
Boof.
There's that core 5. Of that core 5, like 3 might be there at the time, and it'd be a par,
Yeah.
and at least 15 people would cycle through.
Oh God.
But you just be there because it's
Literally, just
the
people
core
who
5.
just forward.
Yeah, it's just circle through whatever.
Like literally, I remember one time. Because honestly, at that time, most of our parents didn't know that we did smoke. So we went
Oh,
to
yeah,
Face's
no,
house
they all know
to
now.
smoke freely. So, because his parents knew. So whatever. So people would literally know that and then just come through, tell the guard, yo, we're going to X's house. And they're like, all right, cool. And we literally just sit them at the pool and say, but we don't fuck with you. Where are you going? So it was crazy, dog.
People used to just invite themselves to the dog's bar.
Yeah.
And I would, because he's a very calm virgin, like he'd never,
Say
not
anything
very
about it.
often, he
Yeah.
wouldn't outwardly burst. But when you part with that bro long enough, like him don't rate that.
And you can know when he's upset as well too, because his mannerisms
His
change.
mannerism shit. That's
Yeah.
how you know we're a part to the core fucking vibe. You can tell you're just like, yo, dog, you good?
Yeah, see, exactly. When you have to be like, dog, you alright? Because you can see everything changes. Like, yeah,
Body
man,
languages are real.
you're
too.
right. So when you learn someone's body language, it's like, yo, something's off.
You know which bro in the 5 don't have the whole body language thing. If them vex you, know. Shout out to Timbo Slice. Yo, I don't care what any owners are. Right? If that brother vex, the party no.
Yeah, exactly, because the whole mood spoil up.
What? Everybody
like,
mood.
The man just walking like, tell me what's wrong.
Like,
what is the problem?
You know, Sam's aunt is in the country for a little while, and she said to me the other day.
Big up to Sam's auntie.
Yesterday.
She's pretty
big
cool.
up to Sam's whole family.
She's cool.
Yesterday she said to me, we're at dinner, it was her birthday, and she said, you ever speak loudly?
Who, you?
Yeah. I said, what do you mean? She said, you don't seem like somebody who raises a voice. I said, no. They say you must speak softly and carry a big stick.
What? A big stick?
Yeah.
Talks off and you're
That's what
going
she said?
large.
Yeah, no, that's what I said.
Oh.
Talks off and you're going large.
But
Yeah.
Bob,
Actions for
Speak
talk.
soft
Bob
and carry a
talks
big
loud.
stick.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, Bob speaks loudly in like when we're talking fuckery. Have you ever heard Bob angry yell?
Oh, no.
I've heard Bob angry yell, and it's been exactly twice, and they were extremely extenuating
Yeah,
circumstances.
I've never heard Bob actually. I've never seen Bob get upset.
Exactly.
I've seen him miserable. But
I feel
never,
like
Bob's
upset.
I feel like hold more while like
Bob
I have to
getting
hold
angry?
it, 'cause if it go too far, it's just gonna go too far.
I understand.
Bob getting angry is the flip side to me, because you see me get mad. Enough.
Nothing.
Let me dog, like
Enough.
my week not really that long. You know what I'm saying? When my week click, it just all right,
Tell
cool,
you.
and I'm in.
That's-
And when I dep on the shouting
My
thing,
week is pretty long now.
Man,
Super
man,
ego holds my back.
Weak.
dog.
when I dep on the week, sorry, when I dep on the shouting thing,
Just life,
John
man.
Wick.
when I dep on the yelling thing, when I dep on the cuss thing. And that you say? Like,
Yeah, that's me now. too.
very much so.
Yeah, I'm just calm now.
I'm cool now though. Like, you can ask Nicola. Nicola never used to fuck with me. Kind of real.
Yep.
I used to be mad angry.
Like, I knew Martin when we were kids. So,
A lot of
Martin was very physical.
A lot of undirected energy.
like, I remember, like, one time specifically, the man kept me in my stomach. I was like, what the fuck was that for?
to move, nigga.
And then afterwards, when my cousin Jason was like, yo, we're partying. I was like, yo, Martin did it? Yeah. No, it's okay. I'll stay home. I mean, obviously, I saw Jason not more often. I think Martin just didn't come around as often.
Now here he is on the podcast as one of the OG friends.
Yeah, man. I think I reconnected with Martin when we were
We're
13.
not related.
Who?
Oh no, we're not related.
Oh, no, who?
No,
No,
we're
you
just
think.
black racist. Bob just said it. Bob was like,
It was like, I thought we had it. We were just like, what?
"You racist? No,
No, all right. No, because people used to say that we looked alike. And when I say people, I mean his family.
Only my family and all of the people who in my family who said we looked alike were over the age of 18.
Right.
So them carry this.
So,
I mean, dog, like everything that moves.
Actually,
look
no,
alike.
I actually got a 1 and 2 comment from other people and said, yo, is that you, brother? I'm like, no, it's not my brother.
Y'all niggas don't look nothing alike.
I mean, not now, but
Back then,
yeah, back then.
if you say so.
Back in them days, before I had before the facial hair kicked in.
Yeah, I can't.
And
Live,
like,
I can't live without
You see
that
me?
beard.
When we did soft face and thing.
Nah.
When I cut my
You
beard
remember
off, I
them
look
days,
like
dog?
12, but with the beard, I look like 30.
I don't. I mean, I remember the days
Me
because
too.
of the pictures, but then I just can't remember. And I remember how afraid I was to grow out my facial hair because it was so itchy.
Afraid? I did want
When
it.
I said
Now I
no-
just want to get away.
No, when I say afraid, I was just like, yo,
Yeah,
I just
got
don't
that,
want this to grow because it's so itchy. But then after I did
You
like
guys
no
said something
shave November
racist,
once.
Bob? You
Yeah, I
guys
got
said
that
racist?
dark hair.
You guys said, you look at that dark hair.
Anyways, so
Yo, I saw Bob's mouth form a sentence and his brain go, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Y'all got that.
no, I don't like that
dark
curly hair. But I mean, luckily I have
Negroid.
Nah, I just have a lot
luckily
of fucking
luckily
beard
my hair
hair.
is not as tough.
You get ingrowns.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
don't.
get ingrowns.
So
I
I
don't.
understand why you would burn your facial hair.
Yeah.
And I just I just have a lot of beard. I shave on Monday, by Thursday I'm back.
Dog,
That's
I went
crazy.
to school with a
Yeah, I
coolie
got a lot- I
brother,
got a lot
Nikhil.
of
Big
beard,
up
bro.
yourself.
Ram Krishna.
Nikhil came to school in the morning. Asnani, yeah.
Yeah, my
Oh,
nigga.
that
Clean
one.
shave. And he said literally by 5 o'clock, the man is
Shadow.
done.
I have that,
Them time I have
happens to
couple
me.
of wisp in them. I say, oh, walk out for that brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's always been. He's always been.
It's
like
like
that.
Fort
That's
Farm
what
currently
I'm
Street
saying.
Farm.
that currently reached me. I could shave, look like a baby in the morning at 6. By about 7, I have like this is just itchy roughness.
You're
to my
Hamlin's
face.
son.
Yeah, no, I am part werewolf. Am I not?
That's crazy, dog. I mean, but one thing about like black hair is that it doesn't grow as fast. But
my hair grow fast.
That's crazy. Because I mean,
and it grows curly.
I shaved this 2 days ago. Is it me? And look at it growing slow. But it would take about day 3 or day 4 for me to shave my hair.
If I go clean shave, I don't get back a shadow for like a couple of days. Like,
I got a schoolboy haircut last week Monday.
Hello.
Look at you.
You
look like Bolt.
You know schoolboy haircut.
Whoa.
Bro, you know schoolboy haircut when like you clean off everything. I look like a bushman.
Man, pick it up.
Yeah, like bro, I am back, son. Like, I have to brush my beard like twice a day. I use beard oil to just get it to not be rolly.
That
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I grow a lot of hair. And I feel like I will stop bitching about it because if I am my father's son, by 32,
Just take it.
bald. Bald, son.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, by 32, I'm going to be like, yo, I miss the days I have in here.
My grandfather died with a full head of hair. So I'm confident.
On your mother's side or father's side?
Father's side.
Which side does it come from?
What?
After we're not biologists.
What do you mean? Oh, I look like my
colloquial
grandfather.
term. I don't believe any of that shit.
I look like my grandfather, so I'm hoping I got his genes.
I don't believe anything that.
Boom.
I don't believe anything when like an elderly Jamaican said them say. Is it them? Cause who is them?
Them have said a lot of things.
Them have said so many.
You know, I
things,
said I was going to write a book
about them.
that said them. It's like, who is them? Like that would be the caption or like the title. Sorry, who is them? And then just write everything.
Just one page.
No, as in,
everybody but you.
It it would have everything in it. Like
you draw a Venn diagram.
Them say when so and so and so.
The universal set and you're
everything.
Outside of it.
And then you have the explanation to
them,
it. And
them
where
say when rain a fall.
Them
say when rain a fall.
Logic.
And dog a back means a smarty I got dead. Who said that?
Them say if you put white rum in your head up when you get sick or when rain falls so you don't get sick.
You sap your mole.
Sap your mole with white rum.
Yes. And also when you go to a funeral, when you come home, you must walk through your door back way so the duppy don't follow you inside.
I've never done that, so I buried up in my yard.
Yeah?
I've never done that, so I buried up in my yard.
Yeah. You have to spin your roll. You have to spin your roll down. Or the duppy will follow you inside the house. Like it's followed you all the way home, you know, but if you spin around at your door, it's not coming inside. It will get disoriented. Him sound like the fox.
So like a fox for real.
We'll take a brief intermission.
No, brief intermission. But still like a fox for real, dog. That's crazy. We might have to edit that out. It was kind of loud.
Why do you have to walk in backwards?
So the duppy doesn't follow you across the threshold.
And how does walking in backwards prevent?
You spin around, you spin around, you disorient him.
So him friend is like, oh shit, you see me?
I said, whoa, which way him turn? My thing is that this dog follow you home from the grave, you know. Why might stop now? Because you spin around at the door after him before.
When is it spinning? Is it like spinning one like 360?
Literally just turn, yes.
360?
Yeah, or no, 180 and walk through the door back way. So if you watch him and you watch him,
why did I hit me so hard a while ago?
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, that hit me.
Lock the door in your face.
Them say you must something that tie a red string on the baby hand. To run duppy, them have a red chemise.
My mommy tells the story today.
Them say you have to open the Bible and put it at the head of the bed.
Yeah,
my mommy tells the story today.
Them say you mustn't cut the baby hair until it talk or the baby won't talk.
Yeah, baby I got stammer.
What the hell? I've never heard that.
Yeah, man. I didn't hear that with Tina.
If somebody's sweeping and them sweep your foot, you're not going to grow.
Don't walk.
That's a real thing.
Don't walk over somebody because you're going to downgrow them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So anyways, my mom has told this story all the time. When I was just born, she put me in the crib about a week after.
I apologize for that laugh earlier. I don't know why that sweet me so hard, man, but that was so funny. But
she
your mom
was
put you in the crib.
Walking down the corridor, and she went to go bathe and come back. And when she came back, she said she saw some like dark figure leaning over the crib like he want to pick me up kind of way. So she basically just chipped 2 bottles after. It's like, yo, which bomber clock do you think I can pick up my picnic?
Because I beg us a camera that girl, you're
Yo.
out flat out.
Basically. You can hear mommy doing it, obviously. So, so she have to run him. And she run and pick me up one time and then call the priest. So
She picked you up and called, because it might have gone in.
not necessarily, but I mean, she as in to bless the house, to run anything that was in the house afterwards. So, as you talk about the whole something there, the Bible like that, the crib head. I
Do y'all
that
believe
might be
in that
actually.
shit?
No.
I would actually.
But believe kill and believe cure, so I do
be
it because
honest-
them say so.
To be honest,
I got a red chemise for her because them say so.
I do believe in ghosts.
I'm not tie the string on her and you know me on the Bible have a if your relationship.
Or rather, I believe in like spirits and energies.
Well, no.
Would necessarily say ghosts to be like, yo, whatever, but.
I personally believe.
My facade.
Well, yeah, I mean.
My belief system is based on what I can experience with my five senses.
To be honest with
to
you,
a
there
bit.
has been
I
some
think-
encounters
but
where
I
I have
also
to
think-
double check and ask.
I also think
what
like,
just happened
what you believe, like what you feed yourself, you generally then might be able to like yard with some manifest or perceive. So I think.
Believe kill and believe cure. Though.
Yeah.
If you believe it, you will see it.
So I think
If you
me
wash
just
your
being
face
like,
with rice water,
go
you
fuck
gotta sit
yourself.
up here.
No,
It's
I've
like,
never
go
believed
fuck
in that.
yourself
That's
with
done.
I tried.
Look at it this way. There's a lot of starch in
I
the rice
really
water.
did want to sit up it.
And
So,
if you
yeah,
start
exactly.
getting the eye, you're gonna start to see some blob and
Exactly.
things.
I
Yeah.
really do want to sit up it. I ain't see shit. But I
And,
tried.
don't wanna
if
know.
you pass rolling calf at the night, as a man you must bow, as a woman you
Bro,
must
Well,
curtsy.
my
Bro,
mom-
the story of rolling calf, they told us when we were going to Morelands, right?
I
Jesus.
don't even know
And,
what rolling calf
That
is.
rock my
Okay,
chorus.
morning-
Other than- all I know about the story is that you hear it.
No.
You hear the chain coming.
No, a rolling calf was an abused calf. Well, this is what I heard.
A
You know,
chain
you
up
have a
calf.
bag of
You
stories.
used to chain him outside.
And then like Master and thing did rough to him or whatever, and like he died and then he came back as a cow with chains, and anytime he hear chains or whatever, it's a forward thing.
And when you look,
Red
let
eyes.
me tell you how you go.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
the guy,
Nikolai was on the bus right beside me. I don't
The
believe in
guy-
this shit, so I checked out.
the farmer and the bull, he was cruel to the bull, and then one day, where'd he go? So he was on the chains. So either the bull killed him or he killed the bull. No, there we go. He killed the bull because he just couldn't bother anymore. Like, just fuck you and whatever. So the bull came back as a ghost, chains and thing, red eyes. Like the farmer came out one night. He heard this bang bag of rattling. He's like, what the hell is that? Come out of the house. And he just saw the red eyes in the bush. And the bull rushed him and impaled him with the horns into his house or whatever. So killed back the farmer in revenge. So now, every night or whenever, if you're in the bushes of Mandeville, to be specific.
Oh, it's a Mandevillean.
Yeah, it's a Mandeville thing.
Yeah.
So, in the bushes
I
of
thought all
Mandeville.
these things came from St. Mary.
Yeah. Chains, red eyes, what have you.
Red eyes like flames. I
Yeah.
will probably not.
Well, I was just
Google it.
thinking like glowing red eyes, like, Yo, I want to tell you, the first time I see Peanut Wally, I plainly pissed myself.
Peeny Wally?
No, because I
Once a
thought it
blood
was the
clot,
fucking
rolling
red. I
calf.
thought it was a rolling calf. Like, like a cockroach, some of them. Because we're in the way. This is after I heard
Fireflies,
it. This is
Nikolai.
after-
Fireflies.
sorry,
Peeny
fireflies.
Wally.
Firefly.
For our foreign listeners.
Firefly. That's what Peeny Wally are, guys.
Peeny Wally.
So, yo, when I went to, this is literally, you were on the bus to Mandeville now.
Fact
Man
checked
telling us the
everything
story.
Nikolai said a while ago. That story was absolutely correct.
There we go.
You're fair of Peeny Wally.
Go ahead.
Well, so I was, there we go. I
fair
was in Wide Games. We're playing Wide Games. This is after I've heard the story.
You got afraid of something in white. You walked with a big old knife. No,
Nigga.
we didn't walk with a knife.
No,
in
we
White
didn't.
Games. That was
We were
that
just
was
running
when
to,
we
like-
cook
That's a
up.
myth.
Right.
that's when we cook
So
up.
I'm in the bush. Wow, that could be taken anyway. So
You're in her bush.
I'm in the bush.
So you're in her bush.
Like acres of land.
You're in man.
We're
Devil's bush.
basically playing an army kind of setup where X's and O's on one side and you have to traverse across the other side and then break into their camp and then steal their valuables, which are basically
Capture the
cops.
flag.
Capture the flag. Boom. So I'm in the bush, staking out, waiting for somebody to cross the line and fuck up. And I
Oh,
just
you're
see-
one of those guys.
Yeah.
Hated
camper.
you guys. Hated
Yeah.
them.
And then
As you bust the line, pussy them, grab your foot here. Fuck. Hated them.
so two
So
people
they
were
get grabbed, you
like
have to go back to your side.
flying. No, they were in the bush. They were like, because
Get a ticket.
they're
You
like
have to go
little,
back to home base to get a ticket to come
Yeah.
back. You
So
were
the-
camping out.
so they're like little cockroaches.
Peanut waters. They're
Yeah,
bugs with light
they're
up
like-
tails. With
Yeah.
light up bugs.
Fireflies,
But
guys.
yeah, but they're like little cockroaches.
Bugs with
Anyways,
light
they were
up bugs.
crawling on the bush.
Bioluminescent bugs.
But they were lighting up at the same
They were
time.
lighting up.
So they were staying still, but lighting up. So I'm like, dog, what is?
The man's like, what?
So yo, I was
Wait,
like,
you never saw one of those before, Moreland?
no. I saw it, but it wasn't moving. It was stationary.
Oh, like
So it was-
perched on a wall.
Right.
Alright, cool.
So it was two of them.
Oh, but this shit climbing over leaves and thing.
It was on a leaf.
Ah.
So I'm there like, and it was on a leaf. I'm like, dog, what at another bush? Just it's not moving.
10
I was like,
million
it's not
fireflies. I'm weird because I hate goodbyes.
Thanks for the random interjection, bro.
I don't know. I like that song. I like that song.
Everybody did. But yeah, dog, it was crazy. Like I almost ran for my life, but then they started to move.
You almost ran for, well, okay. If you didn't
Yo,
know
dog,
what it
I was 12. What the hell did
and
they
it
expect me to do?
lighting
I
up
was
in the
12,
dark.
dog. 12.
Alright, fair. I'm judging you, but
I don't really believe in dope, but at the same time, I'm afraid of them.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't.
I
I
have
don't. I don't believe
I
in.
have a very overactive imagination.
I don't
And
believe
you
in
did go, you
doping.
the girl country, dog. You're supposed to know what doping.
I don't
Exactly,
believe in
that's
doping
why,
until it dark
So there's no
and we're
Exactly.
in country
Yep.
and there's nothing but like bush around me. Then fuck, maybe dopey real.
Yeah, but guess what?
Well,
That's
wow.
that's why humans develop scary stories to keep you in the village, keep you safe.
No, I
Make you
thought
stay in the
humans.
house.
I thought humans developed scare stories because like when you would leave the small
Things would kill you.
yeah
Right.
you-
So therefore you tell the stories so people don't go, so they stay in the
Stay in
safe
a-
space.
fair enough.
That's why Enchanted Forest became a thing.
Okay, so they didn't tell the stories because of
Forbidden
active
forest,
imagination.
shit.
It
No,
was
that you
yo,
go outside, a wolf going near you.
So
Yeah,
then,
or like some fairies
so
being
then
like,
from that,
bewitch
then
you
Suddenly
or
we have
something.
werewolf stories.
Yeah.
Oh man, that progression.
That's
was
why
sick.
most of my that's why
Look
most
at
of
that.
that's why most of the
That's
Brothers
sick,
Grimm
dog.
stories took place in the woods.
A lot of the French stories also like Le Loup-Garou
Actually, I've just
are about like
Makes
the
sense.
wolves used to
But
shell the
you
man.
talk
them.
about France, dog. I was reading a story. You know, like
your favorite country.
upwards of 30 people a year die in hunting accidents in France, being shot by hunters.
So niggas shooting
How?
niggas.
Stray bullets.
Oh.
A dog, one brother shoot him father the other day. Can't think him father was a boar.
Wow.
What?
I guess
How
him just
fat
hear
does
the
he have to be?
rustling and turn around and just bang it.
Just bang it.
Yeah, like
And you hear your
crazy.
father go.
there's
"Fuck!"
there's one a lady was riding her
you must
bicycle
feel
through the
after that.
woods and she had on her high vis jacket and she
Maybe
still
it was
get
a
popped.
dickhead.
Yo, I'm not riding through no freaking forest.
She was riding with her high visibility jacket
Yeah,
to say, "I
and
am
still get
not the
popped.
enemy."
I'm not a deer. I'm not a boar. Still get popped.
Sometimes bullet just
France,
itchy,
dog,
itchy
man,
for a
like,
home, you know, dog.
Such a strange country.
Ooh, Bob.
A
Yo.
lot of strange things happen there.
Wasn't it in
I
France where the guy
have-
got shot because he didn't make the sandwich fast enough?
No,
In country like about a month ago or so.
niggas shooting niggas because sandwiches
The
taking too
guy
long.
out of the sandwich offered the road kind of
When you're
way,
hungry, dog.
in
You're
like a
not you
little
when you're hungry.
Stall. And then
Have
man
a
say, yo,
Snickers.
the man is taking too long, so the man literally pulled out his gun and shot the guy. I was like, what the hell, dog? What is this world going to? Where you can just say, oh,
On that,
That is why
I'm so happy you just said that.
Mikhail
Repeat
is
that.
going to
Where
run
is the
away.
world
where
going
is the
to?
world going to?
All right, Nikolai
Into the
and
bushes.
Bob. I was reading a story earlier.
I'm hot. Can the fan turn this way?
It will blow across the mics. That's the issue. But we only have 15 minutes left.
I'll see if I can make it.
No, well, you can probably get hot, you can get vexed right now. A
sweat
new
in my eyes.
anti-slavery bill requiring companies to investigate and report
anti-slavery bill.
on their supply chains to prevent modern slavery will lead to consumers paying more, according to Nestle. Long and short of this story is chocolate is going to cost more because Nestle's been using slave labor. And as a result of these new rules, can't have slaves, motherfuckers.
What you want me to say about this?
When it says slave labor, you
I'm
mean
just
like
triggering you so you can
really
go off on a
cheap-
capitalistic, right?
really cheap, like wages?
kids.
Or
No,
you mean
slave labor.
Kids.
Child slave labor.
Basically,
that's a
Nikolai.
lot.
to mine
where-
the cocoa?
Yeah, that's
Alright.
also where Nestle
That's
Most
chocolate.
of the
crazy.
clothes made in Bangladesh are made by children in sweatshops.
For real.
And that's because Bangladesh doesn't have the labor laws to protect people to protect the populace from being exploited like that.
So, let's-
Nobody's going into these, and these factories are overcrowded and they're built really shoddily. So there are a lot of building collapses in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Is that where?
That's where a lot of our clothes come from. You see, like Nestle now, most of the chocolate in the world come from Africa.
I have to be like, yo, where does Primark
Ivory
mine
Coast, I
clothes?
think.
Because I could have swear it was one of those weird countries,
Where?
not like Taiwan or anything.
What?
Close?
Clothes? Primark?
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of these places is Bangladesh. Them get them clothes labor from.
No,
And Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos. Them literally just
Laotians.
yeah, them take the
Fuck me.
labor laws they're very
Bangladesh
lax,
really-
so they exploit it.
It's Bangladesh. Like as you said, it clicked off something in my head because when I was shopping, I saw the tag. It says "Made in Bangladesh." Yo, I kind of feel away.
And this kept like Nike did get busted with it year like over a decade ago.
Those clothes are hella like cheap.
Sean John P
And
did
hella
get busted with
comfortable.
it. Sean John.
They're hella cheap
And hella
because
comfortable.
it's slave labor.
Boy, I'm gonna be a dickhead when I say this, but I don't care because I bought like so much clothes, and
No, but
it only cost me like
You don't buy it.
£100.
It don't make by them already. Like you can't burning it, not going to pay free the children in the sweatshops.
And not going to reverse the labor that they did.
Their governments allow that to happen. That's just it. We can't. I'm not saying
That's so
capitalism is going to exploit it. That's the problem with capitalism. It exploits any exploitable thing
That's so sad.
as long as it can benefit you.
But I'm still getting
So
back
how
to
do you
Primark.
feel about the price of chocolate going up? Because
I don't give a shit.
The price of
slavery
oil
labor.
went up 15% in a one day, brother. I
I'm
mean,
more
bun
care
chocolate.
about oil than chocolate. Is it
I mean,
chocolate is
I didn't know that.
Chocolate
Yeah.
is like
Why?
a
Why? What happened?
Hear me,
back
son.
burner sweet for me.
To be fair, I
America,
just saw this earlier today.
the
so I don't know.
American government
Bob is our global analyst.
Is a warmongering setup of soul.
Why did oil prices go up?
Here what? No, Saudi Arabia.
Iraq.
Saudi Arabia is the world's leading producer of oil.
Mm-hmm.
There's a civil war going on in Yemen between the Houthi rebels and the government backed by Saudi Arabia, which is America's proxy in the Middle East. Iran, being Russia's close ally in the Middle East, Iran, and usually the general antagonist to America, they were alleged to be funding.
Iran and usually the general antagonist.
No,
antagonist?
Iran are usually the general
Are usually okay.
to America.
I
in
thought
their
it was
relation.
Russia.
No, in the Middle East.
Oh,
Iran
okay,
is,
okay. Sorry.
And long term, like they've been for like 15
That's
years.
pretty like
So,
they would have been backed.
They're
by them.
allegedly backing the Houthi rebels, and Saudi Arabia, backed by America, is fighting for the recognized government of Yemen. There was a drone attack on the two main refineries in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, it was Saudi. I thought it was Iraq.
In Saudi Arabia, two main refineries, and they lost like millions of barrels of output while those parts of the plant were done. They were back up within a week, by the way.
When you bomb an oil refinery, it don't just burn.
Yeah.
Basically.
Apparently it was a swarm of drones.
They don't
'cause they
have-
have anti-drone defenses, but apparently it was a swarm that they weren't prepared to defend against.
Mm-hmm.
So it knocked out all the oil production.
The man them just came with overwhelming
And the
force.
Houthi rebels claimed it. The Houthi rebels said, yeah, man, we do this. America come out the day after and said, no, it's not on it's Iran do it. And Iran said, what the fuck? We just there. What you mean? And then Saudi Arabia come out and show debris of the drone and say, yeah, man, it's Iran. And Iran is like, what the fuck? Like,
I was like, what?
what the fuck?
Mafia.
And yeah,
Someone
and
blame
them
mafia
say,
over
yo, America is trying to push to create a war in the Middle East for
between
their
them.
own benefit. Like
Again?
Yemen is already on the brink of collapse. Like there's literally hundreds of millions of people in famine conditions.
Haven't they been doing that though? In terms of creating wars in the Middle East?
Yeah, but they're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it again, right? I mean, to be fair, they didn't create the Kuwait war, as far as I know. Iraq invaded Kuwait, but America could push them nose in there to go defend Kuwait.
I want to feel like this
That
is
was Desert Storm.
Yeah.
Shaggy fought in Desert Storm. Big up Shaggy.
funny. Great.
Raggy?
Shaggy, the artist. Orville.
Raggy?
Shaggy, the Jamaican. It wasn't me.
Rugi? Raggy.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
But
6ix9ine says it was.
so because the attack on the refinery, oil prices went up 15% because they hit the production. But the refinery is back operational. You think the prices went back down?
No.
I don't know.
Something about economics you learn. A product like oil, the prices are what they call sticky downwards. Once they go up, they stick there. They don't move down very easily. They're easily up, very hard to move down. Because if you think about it, global oil prices fell to, their low was like less than $40 a barrel within the last year. Did we see that? No, because our government put 2 taxes on gasoline and diesel.
Yeah. Can you
I
explain
don't
that to
think
me?
it's the government. I think it's like
No. Can you explain that to me?
What, the 2 taxes?
Why do we have a double taxation of imported gas?
One of them,
I mean, all gas is imported. Sorry.
one
Yes.
tax was made to create a hedge fund to protect us against any massive fluctuations in gas prices. So one of the tax was to fill a reserve basically that we could use to buy gas without affecting the consumer price. If there was like a big jump in gas prices.
That they get drained out by Miami there.
Right. That never happened.
By
The
who?
fund was filled,
Wheatley.
but it was never used as a
Wheatley.
hedge. Yeah, Petrojam pussy them. And the other tax now is just a special consumption tax as a way for the government to make money.
Yo, you remember when gas was like one?
I remember my grandmother buying gas.
I remember when 89 was
$20.
89.
I remember my grandmother when I was in prep school at like $20.
I remember when 89 was
$15
89 and I
litre.
thought
I'm
it was
talking about
called
when we
89
did
because it
start
was 89.
drive.
No, I don't remember.
And
I don't remember
gas
the
was
price
like-
there when I started.
Yeah,
driving.
gas was under $100.
Under $100.
Yeah. And I got a week and a half out of the Swift, so it was like
Oh my
$4
God.
grand for
A week
for
and a
Like, I used to
$4
pay- I used to
grand
pay
for
4 grand
9
something.
days.
We get 2 weeks
I
out of 6
5
grand.
grand was enough. I'm putting
Oh,
on
that's rough
CRV.
now.
Shit, no.
When your mother did have the Vitara, blood clean.
No, that did nyam gas.
Blood clean.
That was a V8 Grand Vitara.
I hate those cars.
It was built to go everywhere, and it was one of 8 that came into the country. But when I tell you, dog, I did have to take it off road for mapping for one weekend. And I remember just the act of driving around St. Thomas.
6 grand.
Bro, it was like 9.
3 days.
It was like 9 grand every 2. It was a wicked
terrible.
turnover
It was
rate,
terrible.
dog. It was horrible. That's a
Fill up
that
those
was a
cars twice
horrific
week,
car.
and then it's not cheap.
I remember-
It's like 7
I
grand.
remember once I did pull
we-
money from the Jack's Hill Scotia ATM, and I remember walking out and I just heard a lady tell a brother in a big old like Tacoma what his gas price was, and I did stop and look up, and the man just gave her the card, and it was. She was like, yo, 24 grand, and I was like, $24,000 to fill your tank? Bumbo. How long that last, dog? I was
Not
I'm a broke boy.
When I say man
I was
drive
flabbergasted,
country and
dog.
V8 and them something. I'm sorry
Yeah,
for them.
it's
and
Christine listening to this going, Peasley 24 grand. I'm sorry, I'm a broke boy. 24 grand for full my tank for
No,
maybe
I'm
3
sure-
days. I'm a
sure
broke
it
boy,
was
bro.
like a, company card for the van.
No, she just rich.
Oh, okay. Shit. I mean, they got it for her, so they must can guess it. I mean, that's dumb.
Riche. Shad is riche.
Shit. Yo, I want to tell her so I told her that we're going to the thing next week.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a dress. I'm like, what? But I just have clothes in my closet that I just plan to wear.
Same.
She's gonna buy a dress.
But we're men.
She
Life's
goes-
really
and
simple.
She's
for
like,
us.
yo, where's the registry? Where's the registry?
You know,
I'm gonna buy them something
I
nice.
said it to Samantha the other day.
Life's really simple for us in
I
and
said
terms
it
of
to
what we
Samantha
wear.
the other day, and she said, yo, something about going out and, you know, oh, I must dress nice. I said, well, you know that mean you got to buy something for me then. Because I go and wear what I already have. Cause I have clothes.
Exactly.
So if you want me to dress up
and
nice,
I bought these clothes.
you have to pick the outfit because I go
bought
and wear
the-
what I have.
I bought these clothes to wear.
Yeah.
Because they are mine. I don't get why I have to buy special clothes.
To go somewhere else.
I have
Because
nice
you
clothes.
wear them already.
Right?
Exactly.
I have
You
nice
have to be
clothes. I
fresh
can just.
for the event.
And you know what makes the clothes
Fresh
fresh,
to
Bob?
death.
Could they maybe only wear it like twice.
Fresh to death.
Yeah.
Right. I have,
I have some
shirts
clothes
in
that
my
wear
closet that
bare
wear. I
shit.
have 2 shirts in my closet that
still
wear
look good.
once.
Yes,
and I
they
look
still
at them
look good.
disgusted every day going,
So no ROI.
dog, what the hell did I buy that for?
Really?
What the
Yeah.
hell? Are you
I have
waiting
one
for?
shirt that I can't wear anywhere else because it was specifically for a wedding.
Yeah, I have like 2 shirts that I wore when I was feeling bougie.
I got 2
And it's like, yo,
shirts.
I
Nicola,
can't-
don't you feel bougie every morning when you wake up?
I do, but I mean, when the occasion calls for it, I had to wear that shirt.
If you feel bougie, to be bougie, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, dog.
No put no woman.
So I actually went to like a fashion week thing,
Put no woman
and I wore this really outrageous zebra print shirt. I think I wore it to Whitney's birthday party because it fitted me like the 70s theme that she was having. So that was the second time I wore that shirt.
Lit.
But it was like,
I don't know. I just wear my clothes, dog. Like you fuck for no. Like the clothes. I pick my clothes from the middle of the closet. Cause that's where when I open the closet door, I'm looking at the middle of the closet.
I don't
Bobby,
feel
you
like
have
I've
on
ever
a
seen
shirt
a
with an
button-up shirt.
alien on it with a rainbow that says nobody freaking cares. That's exactly how you feel
My
about,
mother bought me
about how
this
you
shirt.
dress. Because she knows you.
So I've seen about
Which hold on, which one of them?
once or twice.
What? My
Which
mother.
Okay, your mother.
Oh, if I say which one?
A
of the button-ups.
biological. You seen what?
Yeah, I was like, I've seen in like 1 or 2 button-ups.
No, I used
It's
to
always
wear a lot
t-shirts.
of button-ups, and then I got fatter. And t-shirts are more forgiving. I wear a lot of polo shirts.
You think so? I think button-up shirts are
as
more
in the
forgiving.
button-up?
Oh no, yeah,
I
you
got
can see the
tucked on
buttons.
the yeah.
Yeah, you can see the
The
buttons.
t-shirt
stretching.
just hug you.
Yeah.
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 I've come to accept my
they're
my
more-
largesse.
They're more forgiving.
Yeah,
What
we're
is
done.
that?
So just lose liquor weight and make the shirt them fit nice.
I'm okay, bro.
Yeah, that's true. You have a wife and kid. You know who the fuck you in person.
Exactly.
Bob's just like, exactly. Who
I
the,
say your days are over, bro.
like, who the fuck am
I
I
am-
in person? I have one.
Yeah, it's just like
My good.
done.
I have what men
Just
out there
one
would
wallet.
fear for.
Don't.
Let's go on wallet, you know.
I feel like we're just gonna end on that.
Thirsty and a
That was
hot.
perfect. He thirsty, him hot, he's a father, him gooch. Him need to go home to him wife and kids.
Telling you.
Before she beat me.
Thank you
Hey
guys.
everybody, thanks.
Yeah, put on my corporate voice and shit. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Bamcast. The Bamcast, as always, has been hosted by myself, co-hosted by Bob. Thank you, Nikolai, for rolling through.
Hey.
Boom Draw Physics for the intro and outro song. Prismatic Verse for the intro and outro sequence if you guys are watching. Check out California Apparel. Thank you for supporting the pod.
As always.
Put your ads right here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this week of the Bamcast.
Big up the
the
Jamaica Podcast Network. Big up Nets Chat, Penny Section, Earning Season, and Bamcast.
Why him say it like him wants to do challenge?
Telling you, dog.
In the future, God's willing,
I hope to become
you will be a part of this network. Thank you.
Yo, good night, yo. Big up on yourself.
dropping bombs on your moms.
Fuck Carline.